What's up, everybody? My peeps, how's it going, you sexy bitches? It is I, Peter Joseph, here for a Wednesday evening, getting close to Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Time for AEW Dynamite coming up in a little bit. But anyway, you're watching this video on this Wednesday evening, hot and as fuck Wednesday evening, I should say. June the 19th, 2024 is Juneteenth. Some ridiculous fucking holiday, but it is what it is. You're watching this video on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/PeterJoseph. Make sure you like the video, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my past videos or new videos right now, and don't be stupid, because if you're stupid and you leave stupid comments, you go bye-bye. And if you don't like that, well, cry to your mama. And that's pretty much it. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. If you miss anything, you're SOL, and you know what that means. But it is what it is. You missed it, you missed it. I can't help you. That's pretty much it. And if this is your first time watching, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a nice cold one. I mean, in this heat, you need a cold one. I don't have one at the moment, but I finished it. So I'm going to get some water in a little bit. But in any case, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show if you're here for the very first time. And if you like what you see, then hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell. That's pretty much it. And enjoy the ride, because it's a bumpy one, but we'll get there. And that's it. And if you ever want to hop off, then hop off and go on somebody else's channel. That's pretty much it. You don't like my content, then get the fuck out of here. Alright, so we get all that. And a lot more. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this hot and humid Wednesday evening, June the 19th, 2024. Like I said, it is Juneteenth. Some ridiculous holiday. At least you had the day off today, some of you. But, I mean, it is what it is. Back to work tomorrow for some of you. And then, tomorrow is the first official day of summer. The summer is here, my friends. It's going to be a hot summer tomorrow and Friday. Here in the Northeast, it's going to be in the 90s. Ugh. And the humidity continues to pump up. You know, get a little bit of a breather on Saturday, because Friday's going to be thunderstorms and Thunderboom and Satan's going to come kill us all. And that's that. A little bit chilly on Saturday. And then Sunday, right back to the heat. And then next week we might cool off a little bit till like around the low to mid 80s. Not too hot, thankfully, but you know, we'll see what happens with that. So stay hydrated today, tomorrow, and Friday, and then Sunday. Drink a lot of water, a lot of fluids, so you don't want to get dehydrated. Crank those ACs up, and you know, I know that you know some of your electricity bills are going to be going up the next few months. That's that's the way it is. You know, and then when the winter comes, you got to crank up the heat, and your gas bill goes up. Gas or heat bill go up. It's the way it is. The way the world works, depending on where you live. You know. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But stay cool. Go to the beach tomorrow. You know, if you have a pool, go in the pool. Or you can just stay in the shower all day. Take a nice cold shower. You know. Do whatever you want to do tomorrow. And this weekend, the first official weekend of summer. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got Dynamite coming your way in about 45 minutes from now. Should be a pretty good show. We got the Corporate Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson taking on the Acclaimed, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens in an AEW Tag Team Title Eliminator match. See what happens with that. We also got the first round matches in the Owen Hart Men's and Women's Cup. We got Chris Statlander on the women's side taking on the Native Beast, Nyla Rose. That should be fun. And on the men's side, we got a pretty good match. We got Claudio Castagnoli and that bastard Pac. That should be fun. We got Ocean Spray and Swerve going face to face before Forbidden Door, which is 11 days away, so about a week and a half. We got that. We do have a contract signing with Timeless Tony Storm. Darling! Hug me. So, she's going to be signing the contract with my girl, Mina Shirakawa, for the AEW Women's World Championship at Forbidden Door, along with the lovely Mariah May, trying to keep the peace. I doubt that, but, we'll see what happens with that. We got an 8-man All-Star match with random people, but we got all that and a whole lot more tonight, my friends. Tonight on Dynamite. And it better be a better show. Oh, and also, starting off the show, we got MJF, the devil himself, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, to get on Broosh, commercial free. So that should be a pretty, interesting match. I think MJF's going to win that, but see what happens with that. So, hopefully the ratings, which have been really bad the last couple weeks on Dynamite, hopefully get back above 700 and get maybe close to 800. Maybe over 800, depends on what happens tonight, if it's a good show or not. But we shall see what happens with that tonight on Dynamite. And hopefully later tonight, if I don't pass out from exhaustion, I'll be doing my Dynamite review right here on the Peter Joseph channel. So stay tuned, hit that bell, so when that video does go up later tonight or tomorrow, you'll get to see it. And if you're not getting my notifications, then unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again, and hopefully you'll get the videos. But if not, then blame YouTube. I can't help you there, but it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. Before we start, thank you for everybody once again for my Clash at the Castle predictions on my Shadows Lair 2.0 backup channel. Doing very well in the last 4 days. Rising up like my dick in your mom's ass, going close to 400 views on that. I didn't think that was going to get a lot of views, but thank you anyway. Got a couple of subs out of it, whether it be real or fake, I don't care. At least I got some, but, two ain't bad. Well, so we're slowly rising on that channel. Hopefully we can get to about 25, maybe 50 by the end of the year. So link to my Shadows Lair 2.0 backup channel is in the description box. So share the link with your friends and have them share it with their friends. And, hopefully we'll get to about 25, 50, maybe 100 by the end of the year. But whatever amount I get by the end of the year, I'm okay with. But it is what it is. But also subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. As, we're above 600 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll get to around 650, maybe close to 700 as we go into 2025. And we'll see what happens with that. But thank you for all the support on my videos as of late. And for those people who think that I don't get views, I don't get subs and views and everything else, and it's just me doing it, no, you have no proof, and you've been disproved and debunked. Thank you, have a nice day, and go fuck yourself. And we move on. Alright, so on this hot, steamy Wednesday evening, June 19th, 2024, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for last night, June the 18th, 2025. I forgot to get something. That, okay. Let me move on with that. Alright, so, I just want to get and I'm not wearing my glasses tonight, because I don't want to. So, Whoops, I hit the wrong button on my phone, because I want, Okay, hold on. So, alright, so NXT last night, pretty good show. We saw a couple of TNA superstars on the show. We'll get to one of those guys in a minute. So, it was a pretty good show. We have we thought we had a new #1 contender to Trick Willie Shamon. Trick Willie's NXT World Title, as we're counting down the weeks towards our NXT's next pay-per-view, Heatwave, July the 7th in Toronto, Canada. We also got a triple threat tag team match with JC Jane and the lovely Jasmine Nix taking on Lash Legend, Big Shit Done, and the beautiful Jakara Jackson, the Ebony Sisters, as they will take on Lola Vice and the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, and a whole lot more on NXT last night. So like I said, if you like the video, hit that like button, comment on the video about NXT or pretty much anything about wrestling, but don't give me stupid questions, okay? That's all I ask. Because if you can't follow the zero tolerance policy, you should not be on YouTube and on social media. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we start off NXT with the Battle Royal to see who faces Trick Willie at Heatwave for the NXT title. So we had the chairman of the board, Sean Spears, Javon Evans, the young OG, not Hank, Hank is hurt, Tank Ledger, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, Joe Coffey of Gallus, Tyler Bate and his goddamn thighs, Rich Holland, Dragon Lee for some odd reason, Lexus King, my cousin Tony D gets you a pizza for $2, Damon Kemp, Miles Osborne of Catchpoint 3.0, along with Mr. Rico-san Charlie Dempsey, Tavion Heights, who else here? Apollo Crews, Eddie Thorpe, the resident tree hugger, Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, the Job Squad, Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page, Ben Frazier, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions for some odd reason, Ora Menza, and Dante Chen. We also had, from TNA, and TNA was represented, we had Frankie Kazarian, of all people, Frankie Kazarian, in WWE. And we had, let's call up this guy. Yo, Joe! I said Joe!
His name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and London and Mexico. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Okay. You gotta love it. Joe freaking Hendry is in NXT, and I did a little bitty reaction to that on my Raw review. So check out my Raw review on my Killer Demons channel near the end of the video. So Joe freaking Hendry makes his debut in WWE and in NXT. The fans were singing this song, they're going nuts. He comes out, cuts a little promo, saying that, say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry is in NXT. The fans were going nuts. Oh, by the way, he's coming back! Yes! For select dates here and there. I don't know when he's going. Well, I don't know what show he might be on next. He did say, after, it wasn't shown, but, in a WWE NXT exclusive, he went through Gorilla, then he saw Shawn Michaels. It says, I can show up on any time on any show. So, does that mean AEW Dynamite? I doubt that, but it'll be fun. But how fun would it be for, at Monday Night Raw, we hear Joe Hendry's theme song, the fans going nuts on SmackDown. Freaking, Pat McAfee would be like, oh my god, Joe Hendry! And Wade Barrett will probably love it too. Because he's Joe Hendry's from, I think, Australia, but I don't think, Wade Barrett will say anything weird, but anyway. Alright, so, he basically says, I'm gonna run through 24 guys, and I'm gonna get that title shot, I'm gonna bring the NXT World title back, to TNA. He's like, I'm 252 pounds of pure motivation, and, that's pretty much it. Shawn Michaels, please sign him to NXT already. Sign him, tomorrow. Or sign him now, basically. Him and The Rock would have epic promos. Him and The Miz could have some epic promos, too, if you think about it. But it was just amazing. So anyway, he gets in the ring, and then everybody freaking gangs up on him after we have a little Ethan Page, Joe Hendry showdown. But then Ora Menzo, who's been basically wanting to kill Ethan Page over the last few weeks. So we saw that last week on NXT. Actually, no, he was, did we see him last week? I don't think we saw him last week. But, yeah, he was banned last week. He wants a piece of Ethan Page's ass, and not like that. So, he goes right after Ethan Page, and, they brawl to the back, but Ethan Page was not eliminated, so he came back in later in the match. But anyway, after that, everybody started ganging up on Joe Hendry, then eliminated him in 20 seconds, you sons of bitches. Fans were pissed, rightfully so. And then pretty much I didn't really care about the rest of the match. But we're getting near the end. And, hold on, let me get my notes in order here, if I can. Alright, so we get down to Shawn Spears, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, and Frankie Kazarian. So, we get that. Shawn Spears, gets sent to the floor, but not out. Then I think it was Evans and, Dragon Lee trade snap German suplexes, and then Shawn Spears breaks up a springboard to get rid of, Dragon Lee. And then Javon Evans slips out of a C4 attempt, clothesline Spears to the apron. Spears somehow gets back in, after Kazarian, got sent into the corner and he flipped over the corner. So he eliminated himself, basically. Sucks to be you there, Frankie Kazarian. Anyway, so after a kick to face, Javon just, throws Shawn Spears out like yesterday's garbage, and he wins the Battle Royal in 16 and a half minutes. Match was pretty good, so I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So, at Heatwave, as it stands right now at Heatwave, Javon Evans gets a world title match against Trick Willie, and that's gonna be a banger. I mean, if he took Ilya Dragunov to his limit and almost beyond his limit, just imagine what him and Trick are gonna do in that ring. It's gonna be epic. I can't wait for that. But we'll see what happens with that. And as we all know, there is a but, and it stinks. That's that. Alright, but 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to the women's locker room, where we see some nice ladies. One of them being Carly, don't call her Rainbow Bright. Maggie? No. Maggie, I see Rainbow Bright. Maggie.
You idiot, Lurky. We will not go after Rainbow Bright today.
Maggie, why didn't go out, Rainbow Bright? Anyway, so Rainbow Bright herself, Carly Bright, she's talking to some of the Goyles in the locker room. And then we see Fallon, don't call me the Don Henley come in. Basically calls Carly Bright out for losing at, Carly Bright, called out Fallon Henley for losing at Battleground in that ladder match. And Fallon takes a little offense to that and starts yelling and screaming at her. We see Sol Ruka there for some odd reason. She's like, I'm out of here. That's it. So then later on, we get a match with Carly Bright and Fallon. Don't call me Don Henley. Randomness, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright. Then after that, we go to Roxanne Perez, accusing Lola Faisese of coming for her belt last week. You know, with that little stare down, like, I want the belt. But then Lola's like, I'm not coming for the belt yet. And basically, they come up, try to get on the same page. It's like, hey, we got a triple threat match coming up, so let's focus on that. And I was like, okay, I'll focus on kicking this guy's chest in, and then shake my hot ass. So, booty in that segment, 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the back where you have Chase U of Mr. Chase, Andre Chase, the resident MVP, Duke Hudson, Ridge Holland is there. I think we saw, Thea Hale's so-called boyfriend, Riley Osborne, and the resident, crazy bitch herself, Thea Hale. They're all consoling Ridge Holland over his loss in the Battle Royal. But then they give him an official Chase U shirt. So now he's officially in Chase U. Why? Why is the storyline continuing? Why? I want to know why, goddammit. It's boring. But anyway, so after he gets the shirt, he puts on the shirt, officially becoming a Chase U student, I guess. The OC, the Good Brothers, Gals and Anderson, by the way, too sweet me for the love of God. They come in, start mocking Ridge Holland, and say, oh, you're a part of the group, you suck. And then a tag team match gets made, and Teddy Long isn't even there. So we got the Good Brothers taking on Ridge Holland. I think it's Ridge Holland and Mr. Chase, or Mr. Chase and Mr. Duke Hudson. Like that. And then D. Hale starts going crazy and has to be held back. Stop smoking the weed. Take it easy. Take it easy. So we get that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright. Then we go to our next match. Not a fatal 4-way, but a triple threat match. We have Lash Legend, Kick Gun, and the beautiful, she was beautiful, Jakara Jackson basically wearing chaps. Man, I'd love to be the cream in that Oreo cookie. Sorry, Trick. That's my chick now. Anyway, so they take on the team of Dashing JC Jane, and another hot piece of Aish, Jasmine Nix, as they take on Lola Faisese and Roxy. So that's a lot of booty meat in that ring. Oh man, if I wish I was the referee. But it is what it is. So Lola and Roxy, work together as a team. Can they coexist? Well, they actually did coexist. And, Roxy came in, cleaned house with a DDT Russian leg sweep combo. Lola Faisese comes in, kicks away at Jakara Jackson, then sets up those running sexy hip attacks of hers, because those hips don't lie. But Lash Legend ain't having any of that. Suplexes Lola Vice and JC Jane at the same time. Damn. They get back up, and Lola hits a wicked back fist on Jakara Jackson, knocking her the fuck out. And then Roxy somehow tags herself in, because I think it was right near the corner. And Lola's like, what? And then Roxy hits Pop Rocks on Jakara Jackson. 1, 2, 3, in just about 10 minutes, this match ends. So, match wasn't that bad. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then, after the match, Roxy and Lola are celebrating. Lola, once again, is looking at the belt. And they're holding hands. Lola's looking at the belt. Roxy sees it. And then spins around and I thought she was going to hit a back fist on Lola in the face, but kind of hits her right in the titties. Lola just crumbles to the floor and is like, "What the fuck, bitch?" And then Roxy just like adds a stomp for good measure. And it looked like Lola Vice was like didn't sell it. I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? Like, oh, bitch. So it looks like we're gonna get Lola Vice versus Roxy at Heatwave for the NXT Women's Championship. Is Lola gonna win? I hope so, but I doubt it. I think Roxy's gonna lose that belt to Julia probably sometime in August. Because Julia's still, well, she is medically clear, but I don't know. I mean, we still got a couple weeks away, but I know Julia's got that match in Japan. I think for Marigold or whatever promotion it is. Not Stardom, obviously. So she's got that match, but I don't think she's gonna be ready to fight Roxy at Heatwave. So that's why they put in Lola Vice to, once again lose a title shot. That pisses me off. That just pisses me the fuck off. And we got that. So we'll see what happens, next week, I guess, with Lola Vice, I say, and Roxy. And we move on. Alright, after that, we go to Ava Rain's office, the NXT general manager. She congratulates Javon Evans on his win, but then Ethan Page comes in, once again complaining that he never got eliminated. He has a gripe, and Javon's like, well, I think I got one more match in me tonight. How about me and you have a match? Bad idea, Javon. Bad idea. But we still get it. Ava's like, all right, we'll do it. I think we saw Robbie E. there as well. So in the main event, we got Old Ego Ethan Page taking on Javon Evans for just a random match. That's pretty much it. Ethan Page's like, I'm gonna beat you, so you're not gonna make it till Heatwave. You stole my title shot, and this and that. And so we move on. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see Kaylani Jordan walking in the back. She's got her women's North American title defense coming up against Mia Yim. But then she runs into Sol Ruka. We see all the other women that could possibly be going after her title, like Ariana Grace, people like that. But she runs into Sol Ruka, who gives her a pep talk. And that's it. Bing, bang, boom, good night. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Mia Yim and Kaylani Jordan for the Women's North American title. Kaylani Jordan's first defense of the belt. It wasn't a great match, but it is what it is. 10-minute match. We had the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson there with Mia Yim, so I guess the OC is still intact. Even though AJ, quit like a pussy. Oh, I can only imagine how mad he's gonna be. I think AJ's gonna be pissed off on Friday Night SmackDown. But then again, maybe the OC and, Mia Yim are like, we don't want you as a leader, you're a quitter. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright. So, pretty much a back and forth match between them. Mia Yim goes for a dive, and then Kaylani moved, and Luke Gallows caught Mia Yim, puts her down, and then Kaylani goes back in, and then she hits a spinning tornado plancha or something, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. Just a flippy dippity-doo onto pretty much Mia Yim. They go back in, and Mia catches her on top, gets caught with a poison Rana for a near fall. Ow. Kaylani goes for a split-legged moonsault, missed it, and then Mia Yim hits Sitting Pretty, whatever that is, for a near fall. And then OTM, out the mud, they come out, Jada Parker along with Bronco Nima and Lucius Price, they come out. Jada Parker shows Mia Yim off the top rope as the men just stare each other down. And then Kaylani Jordan goes up top, hits the split-legged moonsault. 1, 2, 3, in just about 10 minutes. She retains the Women's North American title with a little chicanery, but it is what it is. So I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. So might get a 6-man tag team match next week, or maybe Gals and Anderson against the Boricua Gangsters next week, and we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, after that, once again, Ethan Pace is here. He's with Kelly Kincaid. Says he's still in the Battle Royal. He wants the NXT World Title, but he's also going to take out Oro Menza. He's like, Oro, if I ever see you again, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kick your ass. So if I were Oro Menza, I would be going back to the hotel room. But we got that, and we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on Izzy Dame, who's a former professional volleyball player, and she's better than you, and you know it. Well, I don't know if she didn't say that, but she says, I'm better than you. Maybe at volleyball, yeah, but not wrestling. But, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, so we see a little, I don't know why we saw this, but this could have been an email with, seeing who the hell Izzy Dame is besides, used to be Kiana James' best friend and partner. And pretty much that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, after that, we go to the men's locker room. We have A-Kid, one half of the tag team champions. He's not happy with his partner, Ben Frazier, being in the Battle Royal because he thinks that Ben Frazier wants gold for himself. I want gold! So they start arguing, and then the so-called consigliere, the resident attorney, Luca Cusafino, comes in. He says, well, I got a contract for you, Ben Frazier, for a Heritage Cup match with Tony D. And Frazier's like, give me the contract! He signs it instantly, gives it right back to Luca, and then Luca's like, that's not a bad signature. So he leaves, and then A-Kid like looks at Ben Frazier's like, unbelievable. So we got that Heritage Cup match next week. Ben Frazier taking on Tony D for the Heritage Cup. Is he gonna win? No. Tony D will be Heritage Cup champion for a long time, we hope. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that little segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a recap of Tatum Paxley, another creepy bitch, showing up at TNA against all odds this past Friday, losing to Jordan Grace as she came out and challenged anybody, and Tatum Paxley took the challenge and lost Knockouts title match. But she got a little, not a great reaction, but so that WWE TNA partnership, or the NXT TNA partnership, really coming together, and I like it. I am really interested in this. Like, who's next to show up on TNA, in TNA, at Slammiversary? We got Slammiversary coming up in July. I wonder who can show up at Slammiversary. Maybe we see Trick Whitney. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe somebody from TNA is going to show up at Heatwave. Joe Hendry? I mean, they love him in Toronto. But it is what it is. That's pretty much it. Alright, so after that, we see the big man, the men's North American champion, Wakanda Forever. Speaking of Wakanda Forever, Black Panther's on right now on TNT as we lead into Dynamite. So, Mr. Wakanda Forever, the Nigerian prince himself, Oba Femi, he comes out after retaining the North American title against Wesley and Joe Coffey at Battleground. So he brags about that. He's like, I am the prince, nobody can beat me. I beat Joe Coffey and Wes Lee at Battleground. I am the Nigerian prince. Because there is nobody like me. I am Oba. Whew. So, brags about that. And then Wes Lee comes out and interrupts. And basically says, Oba, you never pinned me. And I want my title match. And I want my title back. And I want a one-on-one match. And as he's saying that, we get Brooks Jensen once again trying to just act a fool, trying to get to Vic Joseph or just get to somebody, and then the security gets him and escorts him out again. So this is a storyline. It's not like real life shit, I don't think. But because if it was, then why hasn't Brooks Jensen been arrested and locked in jail by now? But anyway, I think it kind of affected Wes Lee and Oba, really Wes Lee, because Wes Lee was like looking, kind of looking at the audience for a little bit, seeing what's going on. But anyway, he kept his composure. He's like, Oba, I want my title match, one-on-one. I want my title back. So Oba's like, okay, I'll give you your one-on-one match for my title, but if you lose, you can never get a shot as long as I am the champ. And then Wes Lee's like, I'm in. So it looks like we got Wes Lee versus Oba Femi at Heatwave for the North American Championship. Probably going to be a banger. And I could probably see Wes Lee finally getting the belt back for the third time. But then again, who knows? We move on. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we go to the back. We have Hank and Tank. They're back together. Hank says that he's medically clear from his shoulder injury. And next week, they're going to have a match with Tyler Bate and Pete fucking Dunne, the Bruiserweight. So that should be exciting for them. Don't care about that match. I know they got Tag Team Turmoil next week. The winner of that gets a Tag Team title shot at A-Kid and Ben Frazier at Heatwave. So, I would assume that, Hank and Tank will be in it, lose, and we got Tyler Bate and Ben Frazier, not Tyler Bate, Tyler Bate and Pete fucking Dunne. They could probably win it, but then we'll have to see what happens with that. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Actually, the Hank and Tank, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Catchpoint 3.0's little clubhouse. So we have Mr. Ego's son, Charlie Dempsey, Miles Bourne, the resident water boy, and Damon Kemp, the resident douchebag. They have Tavion Heights there, and basically, Mr. Ego's son, Charlie Dempsey, says, we're going to offer you a spot next week if you win your match next week against, I don't know who. Well, I think it's against Damon Kemp, so that's an easy win. So Tavion Heights will be the newest member of Catchpoint 3.0. And Damon Kemp was not happy about it. Too bad. So basically I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to NXT Anonymous, catching up with Gallus. Pretty much Joe Coffey is still pissed off that Wes Lee gets another North American title shot and not him. And then out of nowhere, Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont, big beefy guys, they jump him from behind. I'm like, wow, 2-on-3 beatdown. Never saw that. But, probably get a tag team match out of that, because I think both teams are going to be in the tag team turmoil match. We'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go back inside the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. We have Fallon, don't call me, to the Dawn Henley. Oh, was she dressed? That's one cowgirl I like her to ride my dick, if you know what I mean. She is, the resident cowgirl herself. Fallon, don't call me, to the Dawn Henley. She comes out, takes on Carly, don't call her Rainbow Bright, who comes out with somebody that I know, Kendall Gray. Those of you who don't know her, she's an indie darling. So, we get that. Wasn't anything to write home about. Went back and forth a little bit. Hendry puts on an armbar. Carly Bright comes back with a 1915 sleeper hold. That gets broken up, and then Wendy Choo Choo, evil Wendy Choo Choo, comes out and basically chokes Kendall Gray out, and then Carly's like, "What are you doing out here?" And then she hits a drop kick after Fallon tried to attack her from behind, but she gets face planted down by Fallon Henley, who sets up the shiniest wizard or shining wizard. 1, 2, 3. So Fallon Henley gets the win in a little over 4 minutes. Match wasn't anything to write home about. 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Yes, pretty much it. Alright, after that, we go to the dreaded parking lot. We see the resident tree hugger, Nightwolf himself, Eddie Thorpe, talking about the Battle Royal. He says, "I had a good run in the Battle Royal, but I want to keep the momentum going so I can possibly get a title shot at Trick Willie, Obafemi, maybe Tony D." I'm like, yeah. You keep up that losing streak. I'm like, yeah, who cares about Eddie Thorpe these days? Carl Fredericks. Go back to New Japan. Just go back to New Japan. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. We see Quick Witty Shabone congratulate his good buddy Javon Evans on winning the Battle Royal and earning a title shot at his belt. Then Trick Willie tells him to end Ethan Page in the main event. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, they're going to Chase U versus Gallows and Anderson. Thea Hale, Rich Holland, and Rich Holland are out there. So we have Mr. Chase and Duke Hudson representing Chase U, taking on Gallows and Anderson. Mia Yim at ringside. Kind of a boring 5-minute match. Nothing really, to write home about. I mean, Duke Hudson comes in, cleans house. We get a super hurricane run out of Carl Anderson out. I thought it was pretty nice. And then all 4 men in the ring. Duke Hudson rolls Carl Anderson up with an assist from Rich Holland, who is on the outside. 1, 2, 3. So hey, Chase U gets a win. And Rich Holland actually does something nice for a change. So, they get the win. I didn't like it at all. 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Gallows and Anderson get pissy. Like, any tag team were like, "Fuck it, bitch!" So we get all that. And we move on with that. Alright, then we have Kaylani Jordan being interviewed, by Kelly Kincaid. She's interrupted by Ariana Grace, Santino Marella's hot daughter. She is scrumptious. And she's going out with Stacks. You lucky man. Anyway, so Kaylani accepts an offer for a North American title shot. I thought it was against Ariana Grace, but then we have Ava Raine and Robbie E there. But there wasn't really an actual offer made. So Kaylani says, "Well, I was thinking of giving Sol Ruka that shot." So Ava Raine's like, okay, I got an idea. How about we have a match next week, Sol Ruka versus Ariana Grace? So Robbie's like, "Oh, that's great." And Kelly's like, "Okay, that sound works for me." Everybody's happy, I guess. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. Fallon, don't call me Don Henley, talks to Jasmine Nix and JC Jane, who are not happy with how things are going around here in NXT. So they're kind of, pissed off with Ava Raine. So you know what that means? Somebody's gonna get fired. Can you please get fired? I wouldn't fire Ava Raine just yet. She's doing a pretty good job, I think. Too many segments with her, though. Too many. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we find out what's happening next week on NXT, as we're 2 weeks away from NXT Heatwave. That's that. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. Javon Evans, the young OG, taking on All Ego Ethan Page. Trick Witty is on commentary, Booker T's kind of half-assing it, oh yeah, man, oh yeah, man. Then freaking Trick Willie gets on commentary. It's like, oh, by the way, did I tell you that Vic Joseph is a snitch? And Vic Joseph's like, what do you mean? This is our champion. You should be happy he's here. He's like, and then Trick's like, I'm happy to be here. And Booker T's still running down freaking Vic Joseph's like, he's a snitch. He's a snitch. I'm like, damn, be easy, Booker T. Calm down. Smoke that stash, okay? Anyway, this was a pretty decent match. Nothing great. Trick was, talking it up on commentary and shit. But anyway, we get to the end. Javon fights up. He still has his ribs taped from getting beat down by Shawn Spears last week. And the Battle Royal as well near the end. So Evans fights up, bounces off the ropes for a kick to face, and then a clothesline for a near fall. And then Ethan Page sidesteps the springboard, Gilmore Kata, bang, but gets caught with a spinning DDT. Ow. They get back up, and Ethan Page drops him hard into the corner. Then he sets up and hits the Eagle's Edge. Listen, Lamon Chico. Something happened to this. Something happened to you, Chico. So he hits the Eagle's Edge. 1, 2, 3 in just about 10.5 minutes. So Ethan Page gets the win. Tells Javon, like, maybe you should have not took this match with me. And that's pretty much it. So, match was okay. 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. And then after the match, Ethan Page goes outside and has a stare down with Trick Willie. But then out of nowhere, Shawn Spears comes out from the back. He runs into the ring, beats the crap out of Javon Evans. And then Trick Willie has to get away from Ethan Page. He comes in, but then he gets beat down by Shawn Spears and Ethan Page. They get like a 2-on-1 beatdown. And then out of nowhere, Javon Evans comes back, makes the save with a double springboard Gilmore cutter, which I'm stealing. Bang! I'm stealing that, Javon. You can't have that. No. So he hits that, and then all 4 men are laid out in the ring. So I guess we're going to get a fatal 4-way match, possibly at Heatwave for the NXT title. Or, most likely next week, we get a tag team match player, Trick Willie and Javon Evans taking on Ethan Page and Shawn Spears, teaming up for the first time since their AEW days. And that's pretty much it. So that was a pretty good ending to pretty decent NXT. Nothing great, but I still gave it 7 out of 10 stars. Never know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below. Do your own video if you want to. Don't forget to like the video. Leave a comment down below, like I said, but please be respectful in the comments. Just talk about the show and anything about NXT, AEW, Japan, anything like that. But anything else is going to get deleted, and you're going to get blocked. If you don't like that, fuck you, man. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channels as well. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I will be live tweeting for Dynamite, as I always do, pretty much every night, except for Thursdays. And if I'm not around on, sometimes I'm not around doing the pay-per-views, but I do watch it, but sometimes I don't, live tweet every so often. But anyway, I will be live on Twitter tonight on my Twitter page. Twitter page link is down below, so you can follow me if you're real. If you're not, fuck off. And that's that. And then later tonight, I'll be back, maybe, we'll see, with my AEW Dynamite review. And, we'll see if it's going to be a good show tonight. I hope it is, but we'll see. Coming up in 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Yeah, we got that. Alright, guys, I gotta go. So once again, 7 out of 10 stars for NXT. And that's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, if you're not down with that, if you're not down with the Purge, the Prophecy, and everybody else that's way better than you, and you fucking know it, if you're still not down with that, we all collectively got 3 of the greatest words in the history of life itself. You want to hear it? Fuck you, man. Not down with that, fuck off. And fuck you, man. Get out of here. Get off my channel. Go fuck yourself. That's pretty much it. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. And until next time, don't forget to tip your waitress. Peace.